What's happening? What's happening? How's everybody doing today? Just laying down in my bed and I thought about something. Um, Somebody I have really been trying to reach out to, um, but I hadn't had any luck, is the comedian Monique. Um, I think that her and Kwame Brown would probably have a very interesting conversation. Uh, Monique was on top of the world. She was doing her thing, and she did that movie Precious. I think that's what it was called. The movie about the movie was disgusting to me. I mean, the movie was disgusting. I um I was let down by that movie. That the one scene where she made her daughter have oral sex. It's like what? And I mean, things like that do happen in the world. But why would I want to see this on the big screen? What's the logic behind this to show of showing this on the big screen? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to convey to the audience? I mean, what are you trying to say? Really, you know. As far as I know, the movie wasn't a based on a life story. It wasn't based on a real story, a real somebody's life. So why would you? Why did it make such a big deal? Anyways, I'm dwelling on that. Monique has been blackballed for over 10 years now. I don't even know how long, maybe 15 years. You hadn't seen her in any big movies. She did that one movie, a Christmas movie with all the comedians. Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, I think was in it. Not Chris Tucker, Chris Rock, Martin. Who else was in it? There was a lot of comedians, and Danny Glover was in it. I can't remember the name of that movie, but I just got a new subscriber, Michelle Mullen. Subscribe to your channel. Hello, Michelle. Welcome to the channel. Um, I would really love to see because Kwame he's called out a few people he wanted to be on the show, um, and as far as people who are not in the go along get along gang, and as far as people who went against the get along go along gang, and I think Monique is probably you know the definition of going against the get along uh, go along get along gang. She went against Oprah. She went against Lee Daniels. She went against Tyler Perry, and that really changed the trajectory of her a trajectory. I can't talk today of her career. Um, it changed how she was going up. She was climbing up the ladder. Maybe as far as I know, maybe she wanted to stop. Maybe she was seeing too much. Maybe she was starting to realize that she was getting away from who she was as a person. She's always been outspoken. She's always been a strong black woman, and man, I think that would be a very interesting conversation. And he's also spoken about he's trying to get Cat Williams on the show, and I also think that Cat Williams would be a perfect person to bring on the show. He didn't mention Dave Chappelle, and I wonder about that because as you know, Dave Chappelle kind of stepped away. He left, the infamous 50 million. He walked away from $50 million and never came back to the Dave Chappelle show. And he did that. He went against the Go Along Get Along gang, and they said he was crazy. And he went to Africa, and they said he was smoking crack. And Dave Chappelle, if you have never seen a special of him done by Gayle King, one of the people who has been called out recently for her what she was saying about Kobe after he passed away. She had an interview with I think it was Lisa Leslie, and she called him out on some things that shouldn't have been spoken about. But she did an interview on Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was here in South Carolina. He was up in Columbia His grandfather, his great grandfather, was the president of Allen University. It's a HBCU up in Columbia. And Dave Chappelle spoke about coming back to South Carolina, coming to South Carolina to visit in the summertime when he was a kid. And so Dave Chappelle is definitely tied to the Geechee, um, Third Eye Geechee. You know, he's his family. He's one of us. You know, and you know, but I wonder why Kwame had did mention Dave Chappelle, and I wonder if it has something to do with him being back on the scene and finding success again. And but Dave Chappelle, to his credit, he's still outspoken about certain things. You know, he's still not. You know, I would not say I would. I don't know, but I would say that he's not in any sort of go along get along gang. But um, you know, maybe he will bring him up one of these days. He might bring him up. Uh, but yeah, I just wanted to come on just to say that because it was a thought in my head. And uh, shout out to all you guys for I'm up to 92 now with Miss Michelle, 92 subscribers, and you know, not even a week ago I had 16 subscribers. So so 92 is I got another message. One grandmama born near the swamps. Kimmy Kim commented. Kimmy Kim, I'll read your comment after I get off. But like I said, I'm getting comments. I'm getting likes. I'm getting subscribers. I ask that you continue to subscribe if you just come into the channel. Um, you know, I have a lot on my mind. I have a lot to say, and you know, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. If I can say something to spark something in somebody, if I can say something to make somebody's day a little bit better, that's it's my pleasure. I love to do that. What else is I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. Oh, I have a book signing tomorrow in North Charleston, South Carolina. So if anybody's in the South Carolina, Charleston area, I'll be at the old naval base in Charleston at 2 p.m. to I think it's 3:30. Yeah, signing books. I'll bring out a couple boxes. So if anybody want to buy any books, I'll be there tomorrow. Like I said, from I think it's 2:30 to 3:30. I believe it is. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It was a last minute thing. I got the email today. I had forgotten all about it. So yeah, I plan to sign a couple books tomorrow. And I'm still uh, I'm still asking people to go to the website right this way and check out the books that I have there. Still writing every morning. Um, Still believing in God and still believing that this world that we live in can be a better world if people like Kwame Brown continue to speak out against certain people, and it is definitely certain people. You know, we live in this matrix, and in order for this matrix to continue the way it is, these certain people have to control people like me and you. You know, they have to keep us in check. You know, and I don't think I know for a fact they did not anticipate this one guy that they used to call a bus um, for 20 years. They did not anticipate this guy having gained so much influence so fast. This is my work phone. If anybody's ever wondering, every time I get on, every time I make a video, it goes off. You know, I'm a busy guy, but it's a good thing. I need to go on vacation pretty soon. Though. If anybody got any suggestions for vacation, me and the wife, we're gonna have to get away and really go somewhere. And I need to chill out for like 2 weeks. Um, just me and a beach and maybe some red stripe and the wife, of course. Um, shout out to my nephew, Jacqueline. Made this T-shirt for me. This is my the last book that I published, Mac, a book about the five black superheroes. I'm not particularly fond of this cover. I may change this cover because it's hard to see the details in it. But like I said, my nephew made this shirt. It's a really good quality shirt. It's comfortable, and shout out to my nephew Jacqueline. He's doing his thing. He's a little entrepreneur. He's only like he'll be 15 in August, but he's a little entrepreneur. Um, Already driving all over the place. Uh, you know, yeah. He reminds me of myself when I was his age. Um, Anyways, that's the whole point of this video. Is I want to spark that idea in Kwame's head. I hadn't been able to get any. I've DM'd Kwame a few times. Wrote some comments. I gave him a super chat today. Um, yeah. So, but I hadn't had any response yet, and I've met plenty of celebrities, people who've been in the limelight, and that's his celebrity is not the thing that I'm that I like about the guy. His whole story is what I like about the guy. So, but yeah, um, Kwame Brown, if you're watching this, I think Monique, the Queen Monique, would be an awesome, awesome guest on your show, and just think about that. And everybody watching this video, man, put that out there in the universe. We really got to get that one out there. Above all else right now, we got to get Monique out there because I think Monique is gonna spit some real truth to power. Um, Judge Joe Brown, was just completely off the chain, and he brought that masculinity, but I think that feminine energy from Monique would really make this thing pop. Anyways, this is almost 13 minutes. I didn't plan on it being this long. You guys stay blessed. Have a good rest of your Friday and a great weekend. Juneteenth, if you celebrate that. Yeah, I think today's 18th, so yeah, tomorrow's gonna be Juneteenth. And it's sad to say I never really celebrated Juneteenth or anything like that. Um, don't really know in extensive detail what Juneteenth means. I know it was the celebration of the slaves being freed and all that stuff, but I don't get caught up in all that stuff. Anyways, I think that's it. I think that's it. So until next time, y'all have a blessed day. And like I said, have a great weekend. Talk to you later.